The 6 most emotionally manipulative zodiac signs. Among the zodiac signs, you can find those mysterious manipulators who exploit the compassion of your heart, find its most delicate wrinkle, and use your emotions for their own benefit. In today's video, we will explore 6 zodiac signs that turn your emotions into their plaything. To find out which signs charm you with sweet words and then play with your feelings, watch the video until the end. Now, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the subtleties of astrology. 6th, Gemini. Gemini, equipped with the mutable energy of the air element, is under the captivating influence of its ruling planet, Mercury, which puts the magic of language at their service. Gemini wields their sweet tongue like a weapon. They conquer your emotions with smiling sentences and then take what they want from you when needed. Like a two-faced diamond, they present a different reflection on each side. Astrologically, Gemini's airy nature governs communication, news, and wordplay. Words are the field where they dance. They skillfully choose sequences of words that build a ladder to your heart without you noticing. Psychologically, their curiosity and intellectual play turn into an enthusiasm that both attracts and consumes. Within this enthusiasm, the sentence, "I'm only thinking of you," can suddenly shift to, "You're only useful to me right now." In daily life, a Gemini warms your heart in the morning by saying, "You are very special to me." In the afternoon, they find another excuse to ignore your messages. At that moment, because they look at you with a sweet smile, you feel like everything is fine, but the slight shift in their tone slowly melts you inside. While you ask, "What is this change?" Gemini says, "Nothing, I'm just busy." This sentence is, in a way, the best manipulation recipe. On a mythological level, Gemini combines the two different characters of the brothers Castor and Pollux in a single soul. This dual structure represents a mind fast enough to live emotions instantly. While a romantic song is playing one moment, a few minutes later, they might bombard you with questions. Do you really love me? Testing your trust. This test often forms the basis of manipulation, because when you answer the question, "Do you love me?" you open all the doors of your heart, but after those doors are closed in your face, the stamp "your answer was not enough" falls. This variability in Gemini's heart is a kind of emotional labyrinth. The fragile butterfly inside you feels safe while fluctuating with their words, but the unconditionality of that security suddenly disappears. Approaching Gemini with logic is not enough to rein them in. You have gone on a picnic with your soft heart, but that picnic can suddenly burst like a balloon flying over your head. In conclusion, although Gemini is at the bottom of the list of the most emotionally manipulative signs, they manage to melt many hearts with their sweet tongue. Be careful. This sign uses their words to open the fragile window in your heart and then leaves through that window. Every moment you spend with them requires you to prepare for the next possible disappointment. 5th, Pisces. Pisces is the most romantic but also the most painful representative of the water element. They look at the world from behind Neptune's misty curtains. They conquer hearts with their empathy. However, this empathy sometimes turns into an emotional weapon. Pisces' words are wrapped in the innocent veil of delicacy, but when you tear this veil, you face a ruthless manipulator. In their astrological charts, Pisces is the creator of the dream world. While wandering among dreams, they use their ability to penetrate emotions to the fullest. Psychologically, they reflect your emotional pain like a mirror. At the moment they say, "I can understand you," they secretly accuse your heart of lacking conscience. This accusation rises like a fog slowly enveloping your inside. In daily life, after sharing a friend's sadness, Pisces might say sentences like, "You don't need to feel that bad." This sentence seems like consolation on the surface, but the intention underneath is, "I won't give you the right to be more upset." This cold realism is Pisces' manipulative subtle touch. It takes away all the virtue and righteousness of your emotions and labels you as exaggerating. On a mythological level, Pisces symbolizes the moment when Aphrodite and Eros escape into the water. This escape tells of both the salvation and the loss of emotions. Pisces also use empathy as armor out of fear of drowning in their inner seas. They seem to help, but in reality, they hide in a savior role that will silence their own conscience. Pisces' greatest manipulative power is their mastery in portraying themselves as the victim. While saying, "I have also suffered a lot," they actually overshadow your problems. In short, When Pisces spreads their empathy like a net in front of you, they carry themselves into your home like an emotionally dependent guest, and when leaving, burden you with guilt by asking, "When will you call me?" Pisces' compassion, whenever the subject narrows, is gilded like lace. This gilding turns into a glittering surface of manipulation. In Pisces' world, emotions can be both the key to heaven and the grip of hell. The bond you establish with them is like being caught in the current of a cannibal ocean. It gives coolness at first, then pulls you in and consumes your emotions from within. Fourth, Libra. Libra, the pioneering spirit of the air element, is adorned with the elegant energy of Venus. They sanctify aesthetics, harmony, and the scale of balance. However, this quest sometimes leads them to use people like pawns for their own interests. Libra's manipulative charm is hidden in their smiling, persuasive sentences. They make you doubt by saying, "Are you sure?" and then conquer your heart by saying, "But I'm thinking of your well-being." Astrologically, Venus makes Libra the ruler of love and charm. Although finding the fine line between emotions and logic is their job, sometimes they draw this line step by step in their favor. Psychologically, Libra internalizes avoiding conflict like water, but the imbalance deep inside is like a volcano ready to erupt one day. The sentence, "I seem to agree with you," they use to escape an argument, is a manipulation weapon that imprisons you in lethargy. In daily life, Libra reads what everyone thinks in social settings, smiles, and acts kindly to neutralize even the most discordant note. But while untying the knots of your heart, they reveal themselves with a strategy to gain your support. They keep a secret that you wanted to stay between you and a friend, then turn that secret into a big issue, plunging you into a crisis of regret. On a mythological level, Libra is associated with the goddess of justice, Dike. This divine scale of justice sometimes causes Libra to erode their own scale of interests. While saying everyone should be equal, they actually give the message, "You must synchronize with my interests." The search for balance suddenly evolves into, "I'm right because I determine the balance." This evolution turns into the silent exhaustion of relationships. Libra's sharpest manipulation begins with the sentence, "My friend, if I hurt you, I apologize." But the defense, "I had to do this to you," that follows. The apology plunges your emotions into a swamp of guilt. This guilt is Libra's covert victory, because now your balance is disrupted, while they are still in the garden of calm harmony. Even under the most elegant mask, Libra can push you back with diplomatic courtesy when you don't serve their interests. Being in a close relationship with them is like seeing the magnificent gear of a clock, but knowing that the gear is ready to chew you up at any moment. Libra's manipulative elegance is a fine web hidden behind their smiling face. Third, Scorpio. Scorpio, equipped with the fixed energy of the water element and Pluto's dark fire of transformation, is the sign of passions and secrets. They hide their emotions like a deep well. There is no real touch that comes out. But once you step into that well, you see the manipulative triangle in Scorpio's soul. When they love completely. If they are broken, they never return. In their astrological chart, Scorpio opens the doors of the 8th house, shared resources, mysteries, and transformations. While hiding their emotions behind masks, they test your emotional ownership. Psychologically, Scorpio evaluates your emotions like a dollar. Once spent, it's hard to get change. They have a deep fire. But if this fire is directed wrongly, it can exert painful pressure on you. In daily life, Scorpio does not open their deepest emotions to a friend. Instead, they plan it like a test game. They might tell a small lie to test you, then defend their innocence in a striking tone. The moment they say, "I didn't tell you because I didn't want to hurt you," they are actually trying to cover up the fact that they manipulated you. This sentence is the coldest shackle that chains hearts. On a mythological level, Scorpio is symbolized by the story of punishing Orion's arrogance. The scorpion that hunted a hunter who needed to be killed shines every night in the sky as if saying, "I come from the shadows." This dark passion is willing to ignite the most fragile points of your emotions and toss you around. Scorpio's manipulation binds you to the deepest bond when they love you. When they break you, they bury you in a loneliness that will never be severed. Scorpio's most ruthless manipulation waves an invisible knife while testing the trust they have in you. They ask, "Are you that special?" And when you say yes, they take the next step. The sentence, "If you are, why don't you understand me?" stands before you. At that moment, both love and guilt clash in your heart. In Scorpio's manipulation, even the words, "I won't give up on you," are a shackle because they sanctify possession. Scorpio's unbalanced manipulation tactic begins with saying, "Look into my eyes, let my gaze whisper everything to you." That gaze can suddenly be both a weapon and a breeze. Scorpio, seeing your slightest vulnerability, throws you into the fire, then prepares for the pain of rebirth alone. This pain sometimes means the coldest loneliness, where you can receive the heaviest punishment of your life. Second, Aquarius. Aquarius is filled with the fixed energy of the air element and Uranus's revolutionary mind. They often interpret emotions by abstracting them, turning your heart into manipulative data. They ask, "What does your logic say?" And while you present your logic, your heart experiences a silent storm of distress. Aquarius analyzes the chemistry of emotions like a delicate laboratory, then presents you with the analysis, "These feelings are unfounded," rejecting your heart like a negative experiment. In their astrological charts, Aquarius is associated with the 11th house, friendship, social ties, innovation. However, this social orientation determines how distant Aquarius will remain in individual relationships. Psychologically, reason-based judgments drown out the voice of emotions. The sentence, "Think that I did the right thing for you," drags you into a swamp of mental persuasion. This persuasion is the most unsettling type of manipulation because you feel that you are being convinced with your mind. In daily life, Aquarius invites a friend to argue, "This seems completely illogical to you." While you try to be logical, your heart echoes, "Why did this upset me?" At that moment, Aquarius's manipulation reveals itself with the motto, "Say it's illogical." Your emotions are drowned within a paragraph. On a mythological level, Aquarius symbolizes Ganymede's immortality. It gives the message, "My emotions are not human." This message simply means, "I am minimizing your pain." Thus, even while telling you how much they love you, Aquarius deprives your heart of a mature emotion. Aquarius's most insidious manipulation is the call, "Connect with your ideas instead of emotions." While you think those ideas are a polite conversation, they want you not to feel the breakage in the depths of your heart. This is as misleading as mistaking a robot for a human. In the end, it leaves a void in your heart and stamps your emotion set is incomplete inside it. Aquarius prefers to analyze emotions rather than exalt them. Therefore, the most prominent weapon in their manipulation is the sentence, "It fits logic." That sentence puts a coating shield on your heart and punishes you by saying, "Your broken feelings are illogical." First, Cancer. And at the top, a true emotional manipulator, Cancer. This sign, growing in the lap of the moon with the pioneering quality of the water element, has a cohort of hurtful compassion behind its protective shell. It puts on the mask of compassion and wraps around you, then whispers a tiny drop of guilt. With the sentence, "Even though I value you so much," it pushes you into the pit of conscience. In their astrological charts, Cancer is the host of the 4th house, family, home, deep emotions. This house is like a hidden cellar where emotional outbursts are also concealed. Psychologically, Cancer's empathy creates a smile on your face while trembling the most sensitive corner of your soul. A tiny confession of, "I need your help," drags you into a swamp of guilt with every moment you shared in the past. In daily life, Cancer says, "You are everything to me" in a phone call and caresses your heart. The next day, by saying, "I made a lot of sacrifices, I would expect you to pay me back once," they imprison your emotions in a value focus. This sentence belittles your sacrifice while making you feel indebted. This sense of debt is the sharpest needle of Cancer's manipulation. On a mythological level, Cancer is the symbol of peace and home. However, this symbol can sometimes leave a mutual wound with a poisoned arrow. It can suddenly imprison you with the accusation of betraying the family. This accusation seals the doors of your heart with an indelible graph of fear. In Cancer's emotional manipulation, the most ruthless weapon is the sentence, "If you understood me." That sentence turns even the most innocent emotions inside you into a crime file. Without touching you silently, it imprisons your soul with the gentle mask of words. This imprisonment sometimes overshadows even your freedom. Cancer's most insidious manipulation is to crown compassion and say, "My love for you is so deep that I have to hold you responsible," besieging your heart. This sentence is a labyrinth that leaves you both unloved and guilty. Once you enter through the door, the exit tosses you around like a boat constantly thrown into the water. We have met these 6 zodiac signs who need our emotions like Play-Doh in their hands for their own interests. Maybe there is one around you. You might see them leaving hundreds of doves in your lap one day, and the next day, with a simple glance, turning into a manipulator who makes them all fly away. If you liked our video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications. Don't forget to share in the comments which sign has the potential to affect you the most deeply. You can find videos about other layers of astrology on my channel. Be sure to check them out. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.